Next question. I've gained weight since the death of my father and can't seem to get back on track. I started with three minimums, a shower, moving every hour, and bringing my lunch. I am uncomfortable at this weight and dreading warmer weather. All right. So honestly, I feel you very deeply on this because I have also had the experience of gaining weight back multiple times in my past, and I know how hard that is. So what I'm gonna do is, Lauren, if you could post, um, I think it's a video series called 6 Steps to Dealing with the Weight Regain or something to that effect. It's a weight regain video series. I actually am including this in the teaching toolkit that I'm releasing called Fight the Weight Gain. So, what we want to think about is when you have had this happen, first off, you have to allow yourself to go through the grieving process. I'm so sorry that you lost your father, that you've gone through all this. You give yourself as much time as you need to process that and to get past it, right? So first give yourself the permission and the grace to do that, okay? The second thing is what I tell people and where they tend to self sabotage with it is they want to jump right into losing weight again. But most of us have gained weight because we're eating in excess of, say, our maintenance calories. We're eating more than what we actually need, right? So you're already bringing in some really good behaviors. You're getting your shower, you're moving, you're bringing your lunch. What I would encourage you to think about doing, it would be to one, get clothes that fit you, okay? Because oftentimes we feel this more pressure to lose the weight because we don't have anything to wear or because we're wearing clothes that are too tight or uncomfortable. So getting clothes that fit you now is called that's the grace and compassion part of this, where you say, "You know what? If this was somebody I loved and they had clothes that did not fit them, I would not force them to lose weight or get to a certain body size in order to buy them clothing." So I hear a little bit of concern around the new warmer weather coming, which leads me to believe maybe you don't have clothes that are going to be appropriate for the summer. So that would be number one. Once you are feeling better, you're wearing clothes that actually fit you and you feel comfortable in. The next step is to begin to try to actively maintain this new weight you're at. So again, there's a difference between accidentally maintaining a weight because you're kind of overeating and then restricting, or because you are just really not paying any attention whatsoever. So for somebody who's in this predicament, I usually like to focus on doing this for about 2 weeks, where you focus on actually finding your maintenance calories at the weight you currently are, whatever that is, and maintaining that weight, okay? Intentionally. Once you've maintained that weight intentionally for 2 weeks, then you can start to look at taking a deficit that's modest and working your way back down. But we don't wanna go from whatever you've been doing, which more than likely has been comfort eating due to the passing of your dad and just getting a lot of food in general. You can always clean up your home environment. You get rid of any kind of comfort foods that you've been having around. Focus on this idea of maintaining for at least 2 weeks, then going to a deficit and giving yourself I like to shoot for at least 2 maintenance days a week when you're segueing back into weight loss after a weight regain, so when your weight has gone back up. So say 5 days of a deficit and then focusing on 2 days of maintenance. But again, in the video series, I actually break it down just like I'm doing here, but there's a few more other things in there. I would encourage you to watch that, okay? And just think about what I'm saying. If all we're focusing on is I gotta lose this weight, I gotta lose this weight, I feel uncomfortable in my clothes, I'm so concerned about the summer, I'm very uncomfortable with all of this. The very first thing we have to do to make you logical, rational, and productive is get you comfortable so you can actually focus on this goal. If you are going at this from desperation and fear and panic, you're going to make really irrational decisions for yourself that are really going to self sabotage in the long run. I know because I've done it. I'm, I'm speaking from experience here. So for you, we want to calm the thinking down. We want to get to a place of comfort and we want to be gracious with ourselves and say, hey, you went through something very major. This is a byproduct. Weight regain happens because of a life change. That's it's either coming because you changed something intentionally or because life threw you a curveball and you had to adapt. That's what happened here. Your father passing away was your life changing. You had to adapt. When these life changes happen, that's when a lot of our healthy habits kind of get scrapped. And so what we wanna do is we wanna be very patient with ourselves as we kind of pick back up and get back moving. So I hope that helps.